Am I the a-hole for letting you know I am divorcing you by sending you a thread on the website that you used to ignore me? Hi, Stefan. Maybe, just maybe, you'll finally listen now. Though honestly, I doubt it. And if you're thinking you can just speed home and stop me from leaving, yeah, it's too late for that. This message? You're hearing it after I've already packed up the car and left. Don't worry, I handled the formalities. I spoke to the landlord and had my name taken off the lease. I've even set up a direct deposit for next month's rent. After that, you're on your own, buddy. Now, I'm sure you're wondering why. I'm guessing you'll pretend to be blindsided, right? Poor Stefan, the perfect husband and soon-to-be father. How could I leave? Well, let me break it down for you, in terms you might understand. We've been married for 5 years, together for nearly 10. And sure, on paper, everything looked fine. But in reality, our marriage has been nothing short of a slow-motion disaster. I've been reaching my breaking point for a long time. And it all started with your mother. Oh, your mother. She's been a nightmare since day one, and you know it. Remember when she showed up to our wedding in a white dress? She claimed it was some kind of family tradition. Spoiler, it wasn't. Or how about the countless times she's criticized me? My cooking, my appearance. I mean, she literally called me fat in front of your whole family once. And what did you do? Nothing. Not one word to defend me. And let's not forget that time she accidentally threw away my grandmother's necklace. She said it looked like cheap costume jewelry. And again, what did you do? Oh, that's right, you brushed it off. Every time I tried to talk to you about her behavior, you'd wave it away. You're overreacting, you'd say. You're too emotional. Classic. But you know what's even more insulting? You're on Reddit, constantly, doling out relationship advice to complete strangers. You give advice on relationships when you can't even manage your own? It's laughable, really. And when you're not doing that, you're busy rating women's boobs online. Yes, I know. You've got plenty of time for that. But remembering my birthday? Our anniversary? What I'm working on? Nah, that's not important, right? But you never forget your work schedule. Never forget your precious Reddit time. Funny how selective your memory is. Oh, and the house? You never clean. Ever. I've been your personal maid for years. Laundry, dishes, cooking, everything, it's all on me. You act like being an adult is optional as long as you've got a job and a Reddit account. And then came the final straw. I'm 5 months pregnant with our first child, a daughter. And your mother? She's already making comments. She says she'll whip our daughter into shape. Says she'll make her tough because I'm too soft. When I told you I didn't want her having too much influence over our child, what did you do? You laughed. You actually laughed in my face. Said I was overthinking it. And then the childcare conversation happened. You suggested your mother should watch our daughter while we work. I told you I wasn't comfortable with that. You snapped. Called me paranoid, told me to get over it. That your mother would be a big part of our daughter's life whether I liked it or not. And this is the same woman who thinks corporal punishment is okay. I've seen her hit your nephew for the smallest things and no one says a word. It's like your family's living in some kind of cult, and I'm just now waking up to it. If you won't stand up for me, how can I trust you to stand up for our daughter? Am I supposed to sit back while she grows up being belittled and bullied by her own grandmother? Oh, and let's not forget that you missed our first ultrasound. Because your mother needed you. What was the emergency? Fixing her Wi-Fi. Yeah, you chose that over seeing your daughter for the first time. That told me everything I needed to know about where I stand in your life. So, I packed up. And I left. I'm done. I refuse to live this way any longer. Oh, and in case you're curious, I've already contacted a lawyer. I'm not afraid of you, your mother, or anyone else trying to guilt me into staying. I've got all the receipts, those texts. Yeah, I kept them. You know exactly which ones I mean. So, Stefan, I wish you all the best in your future marriage with your mother. And the women of Reddit whose boobs you so lovingly rate. You don't deserve them. Am I the asshole for leaving my husband after years of neglect, being mistreated by his mother, and fearing for our daughter's well-being? You tell me.